guys, my name is Nermina and welcome to my very first makeup tutorial. Today I'm going to show you this look. It's one of my favorite looks. I use it all the time for when I'm filming with the housewives, when I'm shooting my fashion blog and I don't have a makeup artist, or when I go to a party or dinner. I absolutely love this look. It's so glamorous, it's easy, it's quick, it's not too difficult. So I hope you guys enjoy it and let me know what you think because it's one of my favorites. So this is my makeup free face, no makeup on, and as you can see I have a little bit red around my eyes. It's the hay fever, I can't help it. I'm gonna be this all the time. So let's just start with the primer. So for the primer I'm using the DECAY one. It's amazing, it's so nice for your skin, it just gives you a nice glow, and it's amazing for your foundation as well. So I'm gonna put this one on. Do you see the glow already? How nice is the glow? So just put it on your full face. For the foundation, I'm using the MAC Studio Fix. It's one of my favorites. It has a nice coverage for your face. And for the evening, it looks great. But if you want for the daytime, you can just mix it with your day cream and it's not so heavy. So I'm using the NC35 with the NC42. I always mix them because my skin is quite yellowish. And I like it when they're like mixed, so it's not like too yellow or too dark. Because the last thing you want is to have a too dark foundation. So I always put it on like this. So I basically mix two colors. As you can see, I mix them together to get like the perfect skin color for me. Like I said, I'm quite yellow. It's a Mediterranean skin that I have. So to blend it out, I use this one. Always make it a little bit more wet. So this is the foundation. I just love this foundation because it covers it nice. Like you see, all the red around my eyes is almost gone. And it just gives you a nice kind of a glow. But for now, it's time to do the eye makeup. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills for my eyebrows. I always start with my eyebrows, highlights underneath my eyebrows, and then I do my whole eyeshadow. So Anastasia Beverly Hills it is. So I'm using the brush for my eyebrows. It's also the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. It's specially made for the eyebrows. So it just makes it easier to apply the product on. Always make those lines. I just think it looks much more natural if you put the lines like hair strokes instead of making it very straight and fake. I just think when you make the little hair strokes with your pencil, so you just do this, very light. And it makes such a big difference. So I did my eyebrows. As you can see, I made the little hair strokes. It just makes it look more natural. So it's time to do the eye makeup finally. I'm using this one. It's from the Netherlands, but you can use any concealer that you want that's like nice for your eyes, eyelids. Eyelids. Can't even say it. So I'm using this one. It's from the Netherlands. It's a new one, and it always makes me so happy when you have new products. I'm using a Sigma brush. I honestly don't know which one it is because I have it for such a long time. And look at this, there's like nothing on it anymore. I'm just applying the product. I always tap it up my hand like this. And I just go underneath my eyebrows. What happens when you do this, you kind of make your eyebrow perfect. You make it like a straight line underneath. Also underneath here, it makes it kind of lift. So it's an eyeshadow base, but it's also kind of a lift for your eyebrows as well. So 2 in 1. Once you did this, I always use this one again. Like I said, always make this one a little bit wet, not too wet, but make it a little bit wet. So when you apply your foundation and your concealer, it just kind of doesn't soak the product in because it has the water already in it. So always make it a little bit wet, not too wet, and apply your foundation and your concealer. And do you see what difference it makes? Like when you put the concealer underneath and when you don't, it just makes a world of difference. For the eyeshadow, I'm using the Urban Decay Heat Palette. It's one of my favorites. I use this for every day. Honestly, I have so many palettes, but I tend to use this one for every day. It's just so easy. If you want to go for a daytime look, you can use the lighter colors. If you want to go for an evening look, a little bit darker, smoky eye, you can use the darker colors. It's so easy, it's so simple. You don't need like a million palettes to create a look. And I think for today, for my very first makeup tutorial, I just think it's easier, it's simple, and you guys don't have to buy 5 palettes to create this look. So let's start with the Urban Decay Heat Palette. To start with, I'm gonna use this as a mirror because it's easier for you guys to see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna use the color Sauce, I think it's called. I use this one on top. For the brush, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. I think it came with one of the other palettes, and I just love this brush because it just blends it out nice. I'm gonna do this, like it's not gonna look really nice. I'm gonna blend it out later on. Once you apply this product, it looks funny now because you can see the harsh lines. You need to blend it out. I'm using the Sigma E40 brush. You just need to make this kind of movement, like circle movements, to blend it out. I will show you the difference with this side that I'm going to blend out completely. If you see this eye, this is nice and blended, and this just looks funny. So always blend it out, because that's the mistake most people make. They just put the colors on, but they don't blend them. And if you don't blend it nice, it looks too harsh. It looks awful. Once you did this, you blended everything out, it's time to go for a darker color. I'm using the color Ashes, and I'm gonna apply it all over my eyelid. It's quite dark, but again, when you blend it out, it's going to look nice. So I've applied a darker color on my eyelid. I'm gonna go for a little bit lighter color just above my eyelid. For my eyeshadow, I used this brush. It's the Urban Decay brush. It comes with the palette, so you don't have to buy one. That's easy. So I'm gonna use the Fuego, I think it's called. I'm just gonna write all the colors down for you guys in the subscription, so you know which colors I use, because I can't pronounce everything. So I'm gonna use a little bit lighter color just above the eyelid here. It's a little bit like, what is it? It's like dark red, I think it is. It's a really warm color. Then I'm gonna apply Cayenne. It's just next to that one. And Cayenne is more like a brown color. I'm gonna mix it a little bit. I'm gonna put this one underneath my eye as well. I'm gonna look up, because otherwise I'm gonna poke myself in the eye. And my eyes are already red because of the hay fever, so I don't want eyeshadow in my eye. That's it. So I'm gonna do the same thing with the other eye. So again, I'm gonna use the red Fuego color just above my eyelid. Mix it with the Cayenne. I always go a little bit more back to the end to make this darker. Go back to this brush again and blend it out. So I've applied all the eyeshadow. I always go over here again. And then I use this one and just put a little bit of the first color I put on to blend it out and to make it a little bit more darker. So this is basically all you need to do for the eyeshadow. You can go a little bit darker or lighter. If you're going to go for a daytime look, don't use too much black on your eyes. And if you want to go for an evening look, you can just make it a little bit darker. So now that I've applied all my eyeshadow, I'm just going to blend everything out again with my Sigma E40 brush, just because you don't want those harsh lines. Then I'm going to use, I'm not going to need this one, it's the MAC pencil. I'm going to use that one underneath my eyes. And on top. As you can see, I'm not gonna make a perfect line because I'm gonna blend everything out with a brush. If you want to create that smoky look, do the same thing on the other side. I'm using this brush. It's a Kiko brush. It's the 54 one. I'm gonna use this one to blend the black out. So now that I've applied the product on, I'm just gonna blend it out a little bit because you don't want those harsh lines, the black lines. You just want to create a nice smoky eye. So you're just gonna blend the black out so it's not too much. Go underneath the eye as well. Do the same thing on this one. Okay, so I'm going to use the same one for my waterline. So it's again the MAC, smaller. Just gonna I always make my corners always a little bit more dark, just because I feel like it makes your eyes pop a little bit more. Now that I've finished my whole eyeshadow, I'm gonna go all over it again with my concealer, just to make it perfect, because as you can see, it's quite dark underneath my eyes again. So I'm just gonna apply the MAC concealer, the one that I showed you before. I'm gonna apply it underneath my eyes a little bit here. Use my favorite sponge. Just gonna put the mirror here. So now that I applied the concealer, I'm just gonna go underneath my eye a little bit. I'm going to apply the mascara. I'm using the L'Oreal one. I love this one. It's a cheap one. It's good. It does what it needs to do. So I'm just going to apply it a little bit before I put my fake lashes on. For the lashes, I'm using the Tati lashes. It's a TL31. It's one of my favorites. But first I'm going to do my face. So I'm using the Bobbi Brown one, Aruba, number 4, with my Sigma brush F30 to set my foundation, to give myself a little glow. To set my concealer, I'm using the MAC Medium Golden. It's a very nice light color to set my concealer underneath my eye. It brightens my eye underneath as well. And it sets the concealer underneath your eye. I'm going to contour my skin with the MAC bronzing powder and my NARS brush. I love this brush because it has like this angle so you can make those perfect straight lines to contour your skin. Look. Always put it a little bit underneath here as well. I always put a little bit on the side of my nose. on the tip of my nose. Now that I've applied the contouring, I'm just going to use this one, it's a Laura Mercier one, as a highlighter underneath my eyes. I'm just going to put a little bit in here. I'm using my Technique brush. I'm just going to put it underneath my eyes. And I'm going to apply the glue on my eyelashes. By the time I apply the glue and put them on, this will be like all settled in and I can just brush it away and it will just look nice and highlighted. So I'm going to put the glue on my lashes and I'm going to be back in 1 second. I've applied one of the lashes already. I'm going to apply this one now. So I basically just put it on top and press it. That's it. So I'm just gonna do this make my eyes so all the product is nice and blended. Check if my glue is dry. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to use the medium deep from MAC with my other brush, and I'm just going to make this line around a little bit less harsh, so I'm just going to apply a little bit more product on. A little bit higher than the other one. I'm just going to make it a little bit more darker underneath my eye. Looking for my brush again. Oh, there it is, the pencil. Because it's fallen down on the ground. It's broken, but I can still manage it, I think. Just going to make it a little bit darker underneath my eye. To create that more smoky effect on it. Apply the mascara. So I found my blusher. I'm using the MAC Margin one. It's one of my favorites. It's just such a nice blusher. It fits with every makeup. So just gonna smile and put it on top here. To highlight my skin, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. It's one of my favorites. I'm going to use these two colors and mix them. I'm having a very big... Oh God, it goes everywhere. Sorry. So I'm using these two colors with my very big highlighting brush. It's from one of my friends, Philip Marcus. He gave me these brushes and I love them. So I'm just going to apply the product just here. And I love the glow. Always put a little bit on top of my nose as well. I'm just going to contour my nose a tiny little bit. I'm using this brush. It's from my friend Philip. I'm just going to put a little bit on the side. A bit of side here. On the tip of my nose. Contour a little bit here. So, I applied all my products. It's time for my lips. I'm using the MAC Spice Pencil. I'm just going to apply it on my lips. I can't speak now because I'm going to have like a line everywhere. I'm using the Matte HONEYLOVE MAC lipstick. It's quite a light color. Then I'm going to put a lip gloss on. It's the NARS one. Just let me check which one it is. Instant Crush. Just to have a little glow. I think my makeup is almost done. I have one tiny little thing to do, and that's just to around my lips. Make it a little bit lighter. And I'm going to highlight a tiny little bit underneath my eyes. So I'm going to use again the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm just going to use this one with my brush just underneath my eyebrows, a tiny little bit, just to connect this glow. You have this nice glow here. You just want a tiny little bit underneath your eyebrow to give that kind of complete look. Do the same thing here. I'm gonna spray it with the fixing spray. And I am done with my very first makeup tutorial. I hope you guys liked it, and I enjoyed this. It was very difficult, but I did it. So this is the look. Thank you guys for watching. This was my very first makeup tutorial. This is one of my favorite looks, and I will make another look next time. So I hope to see you then. Subscribe and let me know what you think about my video, and I hope to see you next time.